I think I've mentioned this before. Another therapist who talked about how do you handle clients who you really don't like, and option one was his favorite. You fake it, and option two is you refer them out or you avoid them, and then option three was the most difficult. And he said you find the humanity in them and you love the humanity, something like that.
Yeah,
Still working on that. That's kind of, and then that's what his whole talk was on that. So how do you find the humanity in somebody that
it can
might
be
turn?
hard.
It could be. Uncle Bob is talking about his politics and you're just staring at him like, wow, you must, and your thoughts are something like, he grew up on a farm. He's working his hands with a tractor, or he grew up in a big city and his parents were wealthy or whatever it was. Like
Uh-huh.
thinking about his humanity, what is his lived experience like? And then you're asking him questions, and you're like, well, why do you think that? And like, is that important to this thing? And you start to investigate his humanity as opposed to um, his meaning. And then at the end, there's a strange effect of like when people are asked questions about themselves, they feel like they know you better. So in a job interview, if you ask questions about them, they feel like they know you better. It's a weird thing. But in any case,
Absolutely.
you end up having a great conversation with someone you don't agree with because you're
Hmm.
discovering their humanity in it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of my favorite part of my job is the people that I initially am like, I want nothing to do with you. And then the more I listen to them talk, I'm like, oh, I get it. That's
Yeah,
that's why
yeah.
people want to hang out with you. There's something there. Um, I
I
think that
thought you were
it's
unlikable, but here we found it. Yeah.
we found it, and they how many times people have thought that about me is probably innumerable.
I'm still working
Like
on it.
this, yeah, I know that's fair. This freaking guy.
This guy.
But like the number of times that I've been talking to somebody and I've disagreed with them, and I've just really tried to figure out what they're actually trying to do.
Yeah,
Like there's a
what
lot
he's
of
saying.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are people I disagree with, and I don't need to agree with them, but how do I love them? Generally speaking, this is my view of the world. I've talked to enough people, and I still feel that people are generally good. I haven't met very many people who actively want to hurt other people. I've met people who believe in things that I think hurt other people, and I think they inoculate themselves against the realities of that with mental gymnastics. But at the end of the day, their goal isn't I want to hurt these people. It's this works best for me, and I'm sorry that it hurts other people. And if you can find that piece of humanity, that's your inroad to loving someone you disagree with. And if you're going to be a little sneaky sneak about it, that's how you start getting people to maybe consider another point of view. They love you love them, and then you disagree with them with all the love in your heart. Yeah, you're saying that, but also like this is how it impacts me. And it becomes a different conversation.
Yeah, and this all takes a lot of patience and self-awareness, which you might be running low on in the holidays. If you're bursting in through a house with noisy kids and you're hungry and it's, you're tired, you come into the
Yes.
party tired, you might not have the perspective of, what does Uncle Bob really mean by that? It could be very hard when you're lost in the lost in the moment to not be objective
Absolutely.
about it.
Which
So give
brings
yourself
up
some
of
permission to be
yes.
uncomfortable and to be rude. And this holiday, you might be the jerk who ruins someone's holiday. That might happen.
That's
Allow it to be the truth.
and allow the repair after the rupture. Allow
Yeah.
yourself the
Yeah.
humility to say, I'm sorry that didn't work out well for you, but I do still care about you. I think that what you brought up brings up a very important, necessary final point in all this. Always have an exit plan.
Oh man.
How are you getting out? Where are you going when you get out? When are you getting out? It's okay to have an exit plan. It doesn't mean you don't love them. It doesn't mean you don't want to be there. It just means sometimes it's time to go.
Yeah. And that will be okay if you leave, like you said, with all the love in your heart and say, um, this holiday was uncomfortable most of the time, but this is the way it was.
Yes.